bigger picture, there are trends that have been going for a long time that are not good. Jonathan Huberdeau, I thought, struggled again, and there is a long, long list of games he's struggled in, and a very, very short list of games that Jonathan Huberdeau has been good in. That is one of two items I'd like to bring up. I saw some of the stats people tweeting about it earlier, and it's like, okay, he was in Florida, elite season. Great playmaker, great passer, huge point totals. Last year, it's like, oh, he can still pass a bit, and the defense got a little better. There's just nothing right now. It's turnovers. It's losing 50-50 pucks. It's trying to be too cute with the puck, and there's just not a lot of real carbs there. There's not a lot of scoring chances created from number 10. And
well, it creates problems for the other players as well. There was one instance tonight where he coughed up the puck. The Avs got a good chance, and Hanifin took the slash as the Avs got away on that one. So,
Sure.
Hanifin sits for the penalty, but what started the play?
Yeah, it doesn't happen if you make a better play. I don't know. I'm kind of at the point where I expect this to be the worst contract in NHL history until it's done. And I don't really see a high probability of there being one worse in the next 7.5 years. And that doesn't have to mean that this franchise can't compete. There's a lot of teams with dead money that are good, be that buyouts, be that, people that they have eating money on and traded away. There's teams like $15 million the Minnesota Wild will spend to not have Suter and Parise around this year. It was like 15 last year.
Like when I think of disaster contracts, I go to Roberto Luongo right away, which is a very different
and that's fine.
kind of bad contract.
That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah.
What you're talking about is a waste of cap money.
Mm-hmm.
It's a waste of $10.5 million to have Jonathan Huberdeau sign that contract. He's also already over 30. This doesn't get better, and it's gotten really like dunk his last 3 years.
But what do you do about it now?
Well, they've tried almost everything. There's not much left to do except acknowledge what it is and stop at some point, I guess, believing in what your eyes aren't telling you, that he is still an elite player. He's not.
But would that not make the situation there worse for everybody in that room if they come out and say, yep, worst contract in history?
Well, no one's asking what the worst contract is.
But that's what you just said. You said that you want them to come out.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is don't put him on the first power play unit if he's not good. Take away more ice time. I'd rather see Matthew Coronado at this point on a wing with skilled players. I'd rather have Mangiapane back with Coleman and Backlund. It feels like everything has to get shuffled around one spot in the lineup where maybe he can be just okay. Guess what? You make $10.5 million. He looks like a $2 million winger. He looks like Austin Zarnik. I mean, Austin Zarnik is wonderful, but it's like you can find guys off waivers that can do the types of things he's doing. That can turn over the puck, make soft plays, lose puck battles, not put up a lot of primary points and create scoring chances. He's providing nothing elite right now. And that's what this team's missing. And I'm not here to say you should be this. I'm just trying to acknowledge, I just don't think he's a good player. I don't know that this gets saved to any degree. And so maybe it is time to put him on a lower line and off power play one. And where's the spark and energy come for this team this year?
Not there.
Nope. It's been Kadri after Zeri got there, Pospisil got a good blue line. It's some of the young kids that have brought it, but it's just, where is the Jonathan Huberdeau signature game? A game. He's been here for over 100 games. Tell me one game where you're like, whoa, Huberdeau just dominated. It doesn't exist.
Preseason.
Sure.
First year.
Preseason.
Had 2 points.
That's what we're talking about. Preseason. We're talking about fucking preseason. It's not even close to the second worst contract in the NHL. It's the Huberdeau deal, the Grand Canyon, and something else that isn't as long with a better player at less money. It's not even close. Even the whole nurses contract, Seth Jones, there's guys that make big money that aren't stars. And they got some money based on reputation or on a season where every sixth puck went in, and they don't do that for defensemen. But it's not even close. They're still functional players. This guy, it feels like you have a better chance of getting scored on than you do scoring when he's on the ice. And it's just, I don't know I'm not here spinning solutions. I have almost no faith that this can be recovered to any sort of level where he's a functional top 6 winger.
I mean, it's fair. Like, if you're going to say this is something that you could easily pick up off of waivers, say the player they did pick up off of waivers has
like, I would rather
recently
have Eli Tolvanen at $900,000 who scored like 20 goals last year for Seattle. Now, obviously that's not an option they have. They can't just say, Jonathan, let's agree to light your contract on fire and we'll go pick someone off waivers. That's not an option. It's just the level of impact he has on a game has been less than Pospisil, like a mid-20s AHL guy that has got to look. He's been less impactful than that guy. How? Like, it's gone. He's never going to be that elite playmaking point per game guy again.
Would you consider one of those last ditch trades where you see people pitch like going to players that he saw success with in Florida, like a Duclair or a Dodonov?
I talked about Duclair last time we worked together. Like, if you want to find more ways to try to make it work, that's probably the last one. I don't know that there's anything else you can do. Then, like, that's one guy he's had a lot of success with, but I just don't feel like adding. Like, I just don't think it's going to work. That's where I'm at right now. I guess that's what it is. It's not new that he's struggling. I really don't believe they come back from this, that he's ever.
That there's no way to solve this hockey player?
I don't think he's an effective offensive player anymore. And I don't think you can fix it. I think it's done. Maybe there's a change of scenery thing, but I don't. What do you watch in his game where you're like, there it is. Yes, that's the guy. That's the guy that had 115 points. You don't. And it was like backhand, cross the zone, saw stuff that turns the other way. Like, oh my God. It was like watching Todd Bertuzzi as a Flame at the end. You're like, it's not there anymore. And you know what? That's what it was. Todd Bertuzzi with the Vancouver Canucks was what? Like one of the most intimidating power forwards that could take over games. As a Calgary
West Coast
Flame.
Express, baby.
And as a Calgary Flame, what was he? A guy with the same name bar. They couldn't do most of the things he did before. So I don't know. That's my Huberdeau rant.
I think there's a lot of people actually agree with you on that one.
It's tough, right? No one wants it to go this way. I don't think Jonathan's a bad guy. I don't think he
it's depressing because I think back to like the start of his tenure.
Quitting. It's just I'm watching and I'm like, there's nothing there that looks elite.
It's just depressing when you think back to those first days when he arrived here and you remember the hope.
Hey, buddies. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out our YouTube channel for more content from Flames Nation. More going up all the time. Best ofs, interviews, and make sure you watch coming up in the next few months. Tons of stuff going in there as well. Flamesnation.ca, game day articles, blogs, news going up all the time. And we're working hard to get some new merchandise out there for you as well. Go to the website nationgear.ca to check that out. Thanks, buddies. We appreciate you.